The Williams family tree held a long tenure in the System Alliance of Earth. On April 14th, 2158, Ashley Madeline Williams would be born as the next in the bloodline. Though she was top of her class in the Alliance Navy, she was never promoted past Gunnery Chief. Her grandfather, General Williams, was the first human to surrender to an alien fleet, tarnishing the Williams name. This would haunt Ashley generations later, who would discover that her glass ceiling for progression was rather low. Eventually, she would break that ceiling when she was stationed on Eden Prime. The Geth would attack her station, wiping out her entire squad, save her. Ashley would go on to help the famous Commander Shepard stop the attacks, retrieving the beacon that the Geth were trying to obtain. Ashley would then go on to join Shepard's crew, helping to stop the Geth and the Reapers from destroying humanity. Her missions with Shepard would garner her invaluable experience, eventually becoming the second only human Spectre, the highest ranking agents in Citadel space. In 2150, Miranda Lawson was born to no mother. Instead, she was created by her egotistical father, who crafted her directly from his own genome. Genetically engineered in her father's lab, Miranda was meant to be the perfection of human biology, perfect health, perfect intellect, and perfect, biotic abilities. Fed up with the tight leash her father held her to, she ran away from home, joining with Cerberus, a human paramilitary group set out to better humanity's plight in the galaxy by any means necessary. She would prosper under the organization, leading many missions and experiments. The most notable of her assignments was the Lazarus Project, the reconstruction of Commander Shepard after the Collector attack of Normandy SR-1. She would be successful in her attempts to revive Shepard. Together, under the Cerberus banner, Miranda and Shepard would stop the Collectors and the Reapers in a suicide mission through the Omega-4 relay. As with most of my Versus videos, I'll be comparing these opponents in their primes. For Ashley Williams, this will be in Mass Effect 3 when she became a Spectre. For Miranda Lawson, this would also be in Mass Effect 3 when she held fight against the Reapers. Ashley Williams was in peak physical condition as an Alliance soldier and eventually as a Citadel Spectre. As a human, she will be attributed with hardy and agile qualities. This will be no different for Williams, who spent a whole life training to become the best soldier she could be. A notable example of her resiliency comes in Mass Effect 3. If she survives to that point, she faces against Eva Kor, a rogue artificial intelligence. In the fight, she is slammed against a shuttle. Though she is incapacitated during the fight, there is still merit to her resiliency due to the fact that she could withstand the trauma at all. Not to mention, a mere week later, she was back up and running in her Spectre duties. When it comes down to it, Ashley's physique is what you'd expect from a lifelong soldier in the Alliance Navy. Miranda Lawson was also a human, and would also be attributed with all the physical attributes that came along with the species. However, she was different in the way that she was constructed. She was not bred of a human, but created in a laboratory to be the perfect human specimen. Specifically, she was exposed to Element Zero while she was constructed, giving her a talent for biotics. Beyond that, she was perfect in almost every other regard, accredited with astute reflexes, marked by her perfect endurance, and noted with impeccable agility. Her father wanted to create a perfect female human, and, well, he did just that with Miranda Lawson. This verdict is very easy to call. While Ashley Williams was a trained soldier from an early age, coming from a long line of Alliance Navy personnel, Miranda was simply a perfect human being. It's even noted that Miranda would likely live a half-century longer than even the healthiest, naturally born human. It wasn't just that she was biologically perfect, but her added talent with biotics and combat training would make her all the more efficient. This round goes decisively to Miranda Lawson for her physical attributes. Ashley Williams was classified as a soldier. Soldiers were the tanks of a combat squad, often wearing heavy armor to withstand torrents of punishment. While a soldier had no ability with tech or biotic powers, they more than made up for it in their resiliency and damage output. Furthermore, soldiers were often attributed with energy boost, going into a zone of focused combat skill. Essentially, time slows down for a practiced soldier, enabling them to lay down precision shots and suppressive fire. Ashley's preferred weapons would be her assault rifle and her sniper rifle, typical for a soldier. The assault rifle is one of the most versatile weapons of the Mass Effect lore. It dealt consistent, yet powerful damage at all ranges of combat. Sniper rifles were a bit more specialized, used at a great distance with pinpoint accuracy. Ashley would definitely prefer the use of her assault rifle, overwhelming her foes with rapid fire rather than precision pot shots. Miranda Lawson was classified as a Cerberus officer. Similar to the soldier class, she will be credited with resiliency and damage output. Unlike a soldier, her boosts function as a bolster to her squad rather than herself. This runs in line with the type of operations Miranda found herself in, working with small squads rather than being the tank of the group. Miranda's preferred weapons were submachine guns and heavy pistols. She traveled light based on her agility. Basically, the submachine gun and heavy pistol combo was a lightweight version of a soldier's loadout. Submachine guns were rapid fire like assault rifles, and heavy pistols were distant and precision weapons like sniper rifles. Unlike their big brothers, they packed less damage. The trade-off was that one got more maneuverability with a submachine gun than an assault rifle. It was likely that Miranda used her weapons during covert operation. Instead of being on a battlefield, she often lurked down tight corridors. So her choice of weapons makes sense. Or her weapon combo might be there because of her use of biotics, which gave her more versatility. This round is also pretty conclusive. When it came right down to it, an Alliance soldier versus a Cerberus officer would usually go to the soldier. Soldiers were trained for open and direct combat, while an officer, especially a Cerberus officer, was geared towards stealthy operations. Ashley's shields and armors could tank the use of a submachine gun and possibly even a heavy pistol. Miranda had no real defense against an assault rifle, aside from her shields. Still, I find that Ashley would be far more viable in an engagement. Therefore, I give the edge to Ashley Williams for her combative abilities. As a soldier, Ashley Williams had a few special abilities. She used Inferno grenades, which dealt damage to armor and synthetics in a 5-meter radius of its blast. All of her guns were outfitted with disruptor ammo, which helped taper at an enemy's shields. To shine off her enemies, she utilized a concussive shot, a high-powered round particularly effective against biotic barriers. And all of these abilities were wrapped up in Williams' use of marksmanship. For a short amount of time, Ashley could have complete focus on a single opponent, laying down fire at a more rapid rate with meticulous precision. I think it's a fair assessment to say that Ashley would start peppering her opponent with disruptor ammo, lowering their shields. She would then go on to open them up with an Inferno grenade, or blast them with precision, concussive shots. A pretty solid combo for any Citadel Spectre.